Hey guys, and welcome to an all signs USSM, this time from the middle of the forest somewhere in Scandinavia. Alright, this reading here we use tarot to look into the energies between you and someone you're dealing with, or situation, be it a lover, a friend, family member, colleague, whoever. Which is, well, most likely it is about love, right? So yeah, let's get into it. These are general readings, so take what resonate with you, leave behind the rest, never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. And we're going from Aries to Pisces, and I will leave timestamps below. And yeah, bear with me as I'm sitting on the floor. I am somewhere new. I've changed the scenery a little bit here, and there are not really any tables, so I'm on the floor. Let's get to it. As always, please be patient, and if you like the content, please like the video. Alright, let's get to Aries again. Hope you're all doing amazing. What do we have for Aries? Aries. This is Aries. Show me Aries. Aries. It's very interesting doing it on the floor, I've got to be honest with you. Alright, show me Aries. I feel as though someone here is going to get in contact with you very, very soon. Let me lay out the cards here. Yeah, I mean, overall energies, there's a communication coming your way here. Why do we have a Three of Swords underneath the deck? We will look at that. Let me tell you something. We have a King of Cups in the reverse, and then we have a Queen of Cups on top of her, on top of him. Okay, yeah. There's someone here, I feel as though it's someone, the one with the masculine energy is wanting to get in touch and to communicate, and there's about emotions, but there's also, you know, that's the thing, I really get that it's someone here is going to probably send a text or make a phone call or trying to make some sort of a small gesture in terms of talking about their emotions, but they're not, it's like there's a blockage in terms of how to speak about emotions, right? And I want to say that I feel as though it's your person that's going to take the initiative here and get in contact, right? Probably getting making a phone call here, because you show up as the one receiving the communication, and I feel as though it's your person who has something to say. They are the one initiating it. But to begin with, it starts with like a consideration here from their side, like consideration, like sitting back, questioning themselves, how am I supposed to do it? But the thing is, what supports all of this is that there's a potential to have a common understanding of, if there's been any sort of misunderstanding, to sort of work it out. Why is this not focusing? Is it dirty? Sorry, Aries, that was just, why is it not focusing? Alright, it's just not doing it. Alright, it is what it is. Anyway, it's like there's a potential here to get a clear understanding of something. And I actually see it happening. Gotta be honest with you, I see it happening. I feel as though it's because there is some sort of a sad tears of a clown. No, there's some sort of a sadness here, a hurt situation in regards to something not happening. But there's also, I feel as though it's like an apology, gotta be honest with you. It's like an apology. Someone here is wanting, the person probably wanting to tell you something, wanting to speak from their heart, but it's a little bit of a challenge though, so it's going to start small. The advice for you is to, before you jump into something new here, wait. Maybe someone here has something they want to tell you that will help you in some way here. Yeah, it is a strong masculine energy. That's the thing. I get a man here, could be a woman, but it's the one in the masculine energy who is feeling a tension, a conflicting energy within themselves, like you have when you have like butterflies in your tummy. Sorry, it's like I got something right. Like when you have butterflies in your tummy, and when you are you're not sure, you know, when you're just starting to get emotions. Hold on, there's like there's weird sounds around here anyway. When you're starting to have like develop emotions and you're not used to it, it's that sort of a tension here. And this masculine energy here doesn't quite know how to speak about it, but they're going to make an attempt. So that's what I have. And the support is actually the person, like would be you, right? Who's very kind and caring and understanding. So you will be supportive here. It's a good energy, and especially because I feel that if this is your person trying to communicate with you, what really supports it is your forgiveness, you know, your forgiving nature, your kind nature, your ability to trust, to see the beauty in people, so to say, right? Without being without compromising with your own integrity. It's a compliment, Aries. Sorry for the chaotic reading, but yeah, I'm in the middle of a forest. There may be wolves here. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go on to Taurus. Did I say? Yeah, I did. All right, Taurus. What do we have for you? What do we have for you, Taurus? Whoopty. Chaos shuffling on the floor. Taurus. You know. Taurus. I will have to do some stretching after this. Are you mad, my back? All right, Taurus. You're manifesting something beautiful, and apparently, no, are we? No, apparently it's not really focusing today, the camera. I'm sorry. Anyway, you're working on something. Could be in your material world. You show up with happiness and clarity about what you want, and your person is having. See, this is the weird thing. Do they have luck on their side? They have Jupiter with them, which is all right, I'm gonna tell you more about it, but it's more like there's something here that's a little blocked on their side. Something coming back to them for them to look at. And it may be that you're not giving as much as you're used to. Oh, that's the advice here. Let me tell you more. You have happiness here, right? There's happiness. You basically know what it is that you want. You have all the tools you need to go there. And you are putting in the work. You're very, very skilled. You're very, very good at what it is that you do, the way you speak about what it is that you want. I don't know, I just get the energy here of you setting your intention and going forward. And that's that. in the recent past, I do get that could have been like a stop, start energy here. If this is like a relationship, it's the on-off connection. Little bit chasing energy, but then again, no, because it's like saying, no, I don't want to be a chaser. I don't want to have to be desperately going for what it is that feels good for me. That's the energy here, right? You stopping that, saying, I know what brings me happiness. I may have to wait until later the year, summertime. I keep getting August for most people here. August and October. Sorry. But you just know what it is, right? And you're happy in that. And it's a good energy with you, right? It's a good energy. Seeing things clearly. And then on your person's side here, it's if they were hoping for you to do something here, like chasing them, that they can just sit back here and expect for you to come running and fix everything here, you're not doing it, right? Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted by the camera going up like this for me, but yeah, it is. Sorry, but you're just not doing it. You're just not doing it. You don't fall for players, so to say. You don't. You have what you need to make things work for yourself. You're very smart. You're patient. Some of you, there's something about children involved here. Maybe you would like to have children. Or it's just, there's like a sweetness energy here that you. Do you know that, like, for some of you, if you have children, you are very, I would say, very good parents, because you don't. It's like the energy of not wanting to expose your children to idiots, so to say, right? You know, we teach our children how to. We are the way we are as parents, the way we allow other people to treat us. Can your children pick up on that, right? And I'm getting here once. If you are in a situation where you have children and you are there dating, you want to set a good example, right? Saying, I treat myself with dignity and respect, so that my children see that and they do it for themselves. It's like that energy. What's coming up is actually things going in your favor. Whatever situation this is, it's going to go in your favor, because you're doing it with passion, you're doing it with authenticity, with integrity. And here's the thing, the advice for you is to don't accept breadcrumbs into your life. Not like this. You don't need pity services. You know what I mean? You don't need small favors. You have what you need to make things grow in your life. You don't need someone to come and save you. That's basically it here. Don't accept this. And there's also something here, yeah, like, don't give your time, your effort, your money into this. What's supporting you is that you are skilled. You are talented. You can make things grow for yourself. Don't accept anything less. Don't accept breadcrumbs, be it in love or in career, in friendships, right? People, for instance, like, don't work for free. Volunteering is beautiful and all that, but there's also a limit, right? Don't be taken advantage of. That's breadcrumbs. Anyway, let's move on to Gemini. Sorry for the chaotic readings. Well, more chaotic. It's just I get distracted easily today. Also energized. Gemini. Gemini. Alright, Gemini. Come on. Oh. Gemini. I get like misunderstandings taking place. Hope you're not dealing with a player. Let's see. You have, alright, so I'm gonna tell more. It's like this three of cups in the reverse was also showing up. Actually twist, you know, when I shuffle I have my card like this, but it was showing up on the other side. So there's something about this 3 of cups that's on your person's side. Let's look into this. Gemini, I get the energy here about probably spending some time around people who can drain you, basically, right? You see you here with the Queen of Wands. There are some energies on the table where there's a third energy coming in between here, and that can just be someone, there could be misunderstanding, so to say, but can also be bad friends who, oh, let's call them fake friends, people who how can you explain this? Non-quality people who don't have your best interest at heart, who are, you know, how can I explain it? You know, that were like, hey girl, and all of that, but it's not really, they like you as long as you're beneficial to them. I don't really know, I call it fake, to be honest, but there's something about that here between you and whoever you're dealing with, right? And if this is in dating, it's basically just like dating someone who may be seeing other people. Or in all cases, I get an energy here about a player, someone here who knows how to work people, right? Be kind. Like, it's like people can on the surface be very kind and they seem like very welcoming and exciting because they have learned that skill. Like they learned to put on a mask, so to say. And then they can play people. But it's just it shows up here with you as though it may be draining to you, right? In the recent past, and see, it's not even, yeah, it's like also a recent past, but also something, an energy that's deep inside you. I feel like you may have experienced with people who are like, yeah, like I said, they put on a false mask or try to tell you something that how things are, but you know it's not like that. You don't buy into the bullshit. You're actually very smart at seeing things for how they are. Like listening to what is not said. When someone tells you something, then you also listen to, yeah, you're telling me things are like that, but what are you not telling me? I get that there's something extra here. You know, the way that you kind of, you hear things. But in all cases, it shows up as though being tired, not being really, I also get that, you know, not being able to have time for yourself. Things are just a little bit imbalanced. Someone here running away when you ask them some sort of a question they don't want to give you an answer to. Your person showing up as getting what it is that they want, and for you see, that's the thing. The dice are rolled and it's playing out in your favor. But the question is, if you feel drained out, if you feel like your energies are depleting, be mindful of the people you hang out with, right? But here's the thing, there's also this tension, whatever is going on, the tension between you and this person is also an opportunity for you to like learn to stand up to yourself, to set boundaries for yourself. And what is coming up is some sort of an offer, a communication, giving you something here, right? See, that's the beauty. You're going to have victory in some way or another. You're going to be recognized by not giving up. Especially if this is in work, if you feel tired sometimes at work, keep going. Remember to take some breaks here once in a while. Don't give your everything. Don't accept breadcrumbs. But I do see you being given something here. coming up. It is going to make you feel victorious, but look out for any sort of breadcrumbs, right? Look out for any sort of player techniques. But it looks good. The advice for you is, if you feel drained in any way, be by your colleagues, by your friends, by this person, this lover, this marriage, whatever, I want to say, do like I do, go into the middle of forest. No, it's not about that. It's a, you know, take a pause. Withdraw a little, recharge your batteries, do something that feels good for you, right? That recharges your batteries, so that you are not so drained that you give up, basically. All right, that's all I have for you. Hope it makes sense. Let's go to Cancerians. Maybe I should put the computer up. No, it is what it is. Alright, Cancerians. Cancer. Alrighty. Justice. To have integrity and be honest and trust that decisions that are being made are the right ones. As the Queen of Swords would also say, it's about this logic. Yes, emotions are important, but it's the fine balance between knowing, feeling, allowing your feelings to be there, but not to be, we have this saying in my language, not to be ruled by the violence of your emotions, right? To make decisions in a way where it's because you are emotionally imbalanced, your emotions are just taking over, right? But being able to feel them, acknowledge them, but still make rational decisions. Being informed by your emotions, so to say. Anyway, let's see. You are showing up as victorious. You're celebrated. You've probably seen, could be in the public eye here. Your person is very smart. Whoever you're connected to. They're smart. Intelligent. And it seems as though they may also be taking a step back here. Taking a step back, I feel as though they're searching for something. It may, I wanted to say their own purpose. No, it's like that. I get like taking a, won't say pause back, but taking a step back from you. Not because they're abandoning or anything, but it's about, it's something that's going on within them, right? Where they are finding peace and finding their path, or refining it, or readjusting it. It's something spiritual to them. And by spiritual I mean it's their energy, it's their journey, and it's beautiful. You showing up as having victory, by the way. And I also, the person here you're connected to, they do see you as their star. You are a star in their eyes, but they are probably very I get very smart. That's what I'm getting. They're very smart. They're very independent. Could be a little bit of an introvert, but I mean, you are their star, but they also need to put their own life first sometimes. Good energy here. I feel as though the two of you are listening to each other, respecting each other. I don't know if there's an energy here that comes in from an outside. It could be a friend, or it would then be someone here who they talk a lot. They don't really think before they speak, they just say things. I don't get that they're mean. I get that they're doing it because they mean well, but it's like it's the two of you are listening, but you're also pausing and saying, you know what, we have our own thing. We know what works between the two of us. It's nice for you to care, but we know what works with us, and it's that. And you know what, that's because you have this Two of Cups. You see each other as different people. You like it and probably also love each other for who you are. It's basically about respecting autonomy, basically, right? Respecting each other. What's coming up, I don't know if this is I see a woman here, could be just another person, a friend or whatever, who comes in here who believes that they may know better, but I don't really get that they do. And I don't get that they are trying to split up anything. I just get, it's like unsolicited advice sometimes, right? The two of you are probably in some sort of a situation where you doing something in your own life, basically. Maybe you're not talking together right now, not that much. And someone here may be coming in telling you, don't let other people make decisions don't let other people decide on your life. But what they're doing is actually they're doing that, right? Like with your friend coming in here and saying, oh, your person is ghosting you. Kick them out. Don't let other people ghost you into following their decisions. But I don't get that between the two of you. I've got to be honest. I'm getting a very patient and kind energy, being patient with each other. And then the friend coming in here saying that, and incidentally, they're actually doing that. Saying you shouldn't allow other people to decide for you, so therefore you should do what I'm deciding for you. It's not on mean energy, it's just, it's human. Yeah. Sorry, it's just because I get here that you may be expecting your person here to call you. I don't get that they're doing it. They may be sending you spiritual energies, thinking of you at times, but they care for you. They really care. No, yeah, it is actually a good energy. It's that of the two of you may be in distance. To summarize, you may be in distance, doing your own thing, caring for each other, not really contacting each other, because maybe you don't have energy or time, but you care. And then someone else here tries to tell you things because they misunderstand the energy that you have with your person. It's not mean or anything. It's good. Alright, moving on. I'm repeating myself here. Leo. Come on, Leo. There were people out there. Leo. I saw someone. Hanged man in the reverse. What do you have? Leo, 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 what do we have for you? King of Swords. Being smart. Yes, being smart, yes. I get like knowing more than people think you do. Anyway, let's see. Oh, Leo, Leo, Leo. This could be related to a mother. But let's see. Leo, what do I get like what I'm getting most of the foremost is that you know more than you may believe that you do. I don't know if you're working on something here within yourself, which is about trusting your own ability to make firm decisions, having confidence in yourself here, strength in the reverse. It feels like a bump on the right that has something to do with trusting oneself and your own, and by that I mean your ability to make good decisions. Maybe we all make bad decisions, or not bad decisions, we all make decisions throughout our life where things don't go in our favor, where we may fail, but those are lessons and they are actually beneficial in a way. But if we have it in our mind that we have to be perfect all the time, then we are not allowed to experience bumps in the ride. And then if we then experience one, then we stop, or we do it all the time, we stop question, we lose faith in our ability to, we can lose faith in our ability to make decisions. There's a little bit of that, but I don't think that's why I got also that you are smarter than you actually may believe yourself to be. What I get here, it may have something to do with that you may not you may understand your mind better than you understand your emotions, but you are capable of that. Of course, if this is just what I'm getting here, if it's not yours, it's not yours, right? Don't make it yours. The person you connected to has the Empress. Someone who is actually a little bit on the opposite. I get someone here who's very kind, caring, nurturing. They give a lot, and they are supportive. It's like that. They have a lot of compassion. Let's say like that. They have a lot of compassion and patience to let you be you, for you to have insecurities, so to say, and not punish you for it, or not making you feel punished for it. Loving you for who you are, or accepting you for who you are. Especially if you are, why do I get like, there's a little bit of pride here. Maybe you're learning to be more vulnerable, to open up more about what's going on within yourself. Like, if let's say you're starting to take up painting or doing something fun, tarot, whatever, or just listening more to your intuition, coming more in contact with that, a side of you that's been there, but maybe you learned somewhere down the line that you had to be more practical. It's not okay to, don't waste your time painting, don't waste your time doing this or that, it's like that. But then feeling okay to talk about it, actually, let's say it's like if you experience not being validated for your creativity or for your emotions, but they were always there. If that is what you're going through, where it's becoming more, it's blossoming more, then the person you're connected to is very compassionate and wanting to embrace that. That's how they show up. But if you have gotten into the habit of not showing other people your art, or not telling other people about your emotions, then it's a slow journey there to speak up about it. And that's what I feel so you may be going through here. It's actually beautiful. I feel so you have abundance here. You may have grown up abundant, or you just have this ability here. There's a lot of support here, gotta be honest with you. And what is coming up, I still get this harsh self-criticism, a a voice within oneself that can be judgmental. It comes from somewhere down the line. It's like a bad memory here, right? And working on that. It's coming up. You may, I mean, some of you may have like your intuition or nature, or you know, small something. It's like you know, how can I say? When I want to say when nature speaks to you, but it's no, it's more like when you're getting small hints. Something here wakes up within you. Can be small dreams. You're starting to have things come up in your dreams for you to look at. It, like you suppressed it, you forgot it. It's coming up here to be looked at. It's like that, right? That the energy is here. That you may experience that. Like you may even have dreams where things you're dreaming things, and they're coming back up here for you to look at. And then again, whoever you're connected to are very compassionate. They're very embracing. For some of you, if you have lost a mother, it's actually your mother. it may or not. It's just get that there's also an energy from the other side who's very loving and kind and supportive through all of this. Let's move on. Whatever that was about. Let's go on to Virgo. Virgo. Alright, Virgo. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Let's see what that is about. The sun is starting to shine more brightly here. That's interesting. So it's like an energy here that something is coming back. It's to be looked at. It's not fully over, but you may have a new, I mean, your heart may be singing to you. It's like having an opportunity right in front of you that could bring something good, but not really. There's still something that's not fully done yet. Alright, let's see. Victory for you, 6 of Wands. I hope the camera is okay. Alright, 6 of Wands. But then the World in the reverse again here. I will tell you more in a minute. Okay. Oh, what you may be connected to an energy here right now that is not really moving forward towards you in a confident way. It's like they don't quite know where they want to go. All right, let me get into this, because also get that there's more people included here. There's a lot of voices. Anyway, so it sounded crazy, I know. Anyway, I feel it's like you're going to get some sort of an offer, some sort of a communication, but I feel as though you have 2 people coming towards you at once. One of them wants to offer you something small, something like I wanted to say a token of gratitude. It could be an apology. it's a small fish, and that fish stands for something that's creative. It's something that could blossom into something where you can really relate to each other. Like it's yeah, it's like a small step, but it could be beautiful. Then we have another energy here, who is someone who's very boxed, very rigid. They want things to be in a particular way, and they are not really accepting of the other energy that's coming towards you, right? It could be taking place at work, where people are just not really good at working together. There's always, not always, I get that there's someone here who wants to decide everything. Like, they want to decide how things are going to be, and they are not really embracing people of, I want to say, difference. They don't really embrace the creativity, the newness. But you are having victory in this connection for some reason or another, or at least someone here is. There's someone here who's holding on to their coin, holding on to not wanting to open up and to share. So it's about materiality, right? It's about yeah, it's about having a fixed way of doing things and doing it only that way. The problem is not looking at the way that they are going there, right? And that's the challenge, is basically questioning, what is the end goal of this? Are you setting the goals right, so to say? Can you achieve what it is that you want to achieve? And because, can you achieve it together when people are not embracing each other? If this is in love, it shows up a lot like something that has a contract and that's attached to it, and that could be also, you know, that's why I'm saying work, but it could be like a marriage. It's just, I get like there's just more people included, and someone here is not willing to accept other people as they are. And that's why the other energy is a little bit questioning, can they deal with this, right? And I feel like you being stuck in the middle of it. Gotta be honest with you, because the other energy, like the one energy, that's the question, can I deal with this? And then there's the other energy, the rigid energy, which is capable of running over other people, not really considering how their actions are affecting other people. But on your side, I'm getting also this about questioning the way you approach whatever the situation is, right? Do you put in the boring work to look at how the method, so to say? I don't know, it's just, yeah. Whatever however this is going on, it's going on to be a loss of abundance, right? I get that there is just someone here who wants to keep it things in the family, you know, that energy of, we have to do things the way we always have done it, but that is going to lead to a loss of abundance. And I get like a contract also not working through here, despite there being victory at the current moment. And that's because the one who's having victory is the one who wants things to stay the same. It's just being done in a very unfair way. I feel as though there's someone here who's being unfairly treated. The advice is to learn from others. The advice is to, I want to say, yeah, do things within the traditional way, but in the traditional way where you are learning from others. Does that make any sense? Yeah. I feel as though you may have a choice here. Yeah, you have a choice between two people. But I feel as though a decision is going to be made, has been made, that's very, very quick. And it's being done from a place where the materiality weighs heavily. And that's where it's like making decisions that will lead to the abundance, but it's done in a way that's unfair, and that's going to lead to a loss of abundance. Yeah. It's interesting. Virgo, I feel as though you're going to give something here. You're going to give an offer of a sort. But the thing is, you're going to do it. You're going to give an offer to someone here who doesn't quite know if they're going to accept it. And it's because there's someone here who's very independent. They're very independent, and they don't know if they can fit into this sort of energy here, where their independence is going to be challenged like this. It's just, alright, it's interesting. It's interesting. The advice here is to it's funny with this Hierophant here, right? The advice is to, if you want the abundance, alright, let me say it like this. Yeah, if you want the abundance, follow the traditional way, even though it's going to lead to a loss of abundance. I don't know why that is. It's very interesting. It's like, I feel as though there's like someone here needs to learn a lesson. It's not showing up as you though. It could be, but I feel as though it's the fixed energy you're dealing with. Whoever that is. Let's see what we have for Libra. What do we have for Libra? And there's a dog looking at me. What do we have for Libra? Libra looking at the stars. Libra. Alrighty, Libra. And we have this is a Tower in the reverse. Alright. It's raining outside and it's making funny noises. Ace of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Sorry, it's not focusing. I cannot tell you why it's not focusing. I think it's because of the light. But anyway, crossed by the Queen of Swords. Laying out the cards and I will be there. This lover is going to be a stalker because it keeps showing up. Anyway, we have here the potential of your heart opening up. Here's the thing. There's been some sort of a not so pleasant ending, or some of you may just be experiencing headaches, but the Ten of Swords is, I mean, look at it, despite it not being sharp here, you can imagine, you can definitely see that they are swords, right? Having these swords in the back, it means that someone else put it. It's not a fun experience to be in this Ten of Swords energy. I want to say acupuncture, but that's still not fun anyway. But it's the end. It's the end of the situation, and it opens up for something else. Your heart opening up. It's actually a very strengthful, there's a very powerful energy, self-empowerment energy, of being able to see things clearly and having your heart with you despite having been hurt. And I also get that some of you may actually have a woman in your life who is smart, intelligent, same thing, but you know, sees things for what they are and can actually will I say they give advice? No, they listen. They listen. All right, let me tell you, can we monitor? Yeah. When I look at your energy, it's basically an energy here about breaking away with tradition, right? Why do I get as though I get as though you may have been lied to? But you know, whatever it is that you're doing right now, things are going in your favor because you're breaking the change. You're doing things with integrity, but the thing is that integrity comes with you kind of I won't say distrusting, but saying no to some sort of an established energy here, breaking away with traditions. You may be breaking with some sort of a big organization like church. I mean, could have something to do with religion, right? Where you're going to be far more about wanting to see the balance and seeing integrity. You want things to be balanced. You want truth to be spoken. You don't want to be bound to some sort of a powerful trip, an institutional power trip. All right, let's see. Whoever you're connected to, there's someone here who wants to give you an advice, and they come with the cup. I get that you may have an emotional advisory. No, someone here who listens to you when you speak about your emotions, when you talk about creativity, when you talk about things that are close to your heart. They listen and they acknowledge you and they validate you. And that is where this supportive queen also shows up as your energy, where you're finding this balance. I think it was time. I think it was time for, whatever the situation is about, it's about time to look at things in a way where there's transparency, where there's honesty, where there's integrity, where there's things are becoming more balanced. It's about acknowledging the situation that you're in, acknowledging some sort of, I really get like a big institution, like religious probably. It's about acknowledging negative patterns in that place. Gotta be honest with you, but still making a firm decision. I mean, with the justice here, I mean, it could probably help you something legal, right? Anyway, something that could have started around Sagittarius, late November, December. Anyway, moving on. What's coming up for you is a decision that has to be made. Again, I feel like it's a break. Gotta be honest with you, I feel as there's like breaking away with the change. Lover and the devil here, right? It's about finding your own voice. Breaking away from something. Patience here. Why is that? That's because it's about looking at places where you can feel in harmony with other people. The advice here is accepting some sort of a disappointing message. Something here I really get like there's a disappointing message about having jumped into something that may not have been ready yet, you know? And it's about accepting that. Not being completely heartbroken about it. Although I do get that someone here has lied to you, or at least just withheld something from you. But things are going in your favor. Even though in the moment some of you may not, I also get that there's maybe something that doesn't feel like it's going in your favor in the moment, but it's actually going in your favor. Because you're not done. And you have this probably mentality about wanting to be being solution orientated, right? Rather being a problem orientated, it's about being solution orientated. It's just, yeah. It's almost like here coming up for you, there may be a situation where you may experience something that should have been a new beginning. It felt destined to happen when it was happening. I don't know if it has happened yet, but I'm getting, all right. Something that may feel destined to happen, but then it kind of falls through a little bit, but it's meant to happen that way because it actually brings you into alignment with someone else who actually meets you halfway and accepts you for who you are. Interesting. I'm gonna you tell me what this is about. Sometimes it's love, sometimes it's career, sometimes it's friendship, sometimes it's a creative project. It's something that's close to your heart. I just call it you resistant because it's easier. Let's see what it is for Scorpio. Scorpio. Yeah, down. Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's see. Right there. Alright, that was the wrong one here. 9 of Swords. Let's see. The sun is really coming up now. And so is the tower. No, it's coming down. Something being delayed. Could be a move that's delayed. Well, alright. Interesting. It's about patience as well. We have a tower falling down, so there's a situation from the outside. There are some influences that you may not have fully control over. Something that's built on a false foundation is crumbling. I hope not so fire. It actually, normally the tower never feels that violent to me, but violent. It doesn't feel like, ooh, bad tower. Tower to me is not really like that. This tower may feel a little bit uncomfortable. And it's the energy between the two of you, right? So something here is going on that may feel a little bit uncomfortable. The thing is, however, when it comes to you, I feel it's about facing your fear. Facing your fear. You may have dreams. I mean, some of you may be shedding. No, you may be getting rid of some negative mojo or bad mojo. You know that when you're having bad dreams, so things are coming up, nightmares, things are coming up to be looked at, but when they are then looked at, when your subconsciousness is sort of talking to you, it's brought into the light, and then there's actually an opportunity here to heal it, and then the burden is removed. I feel still that may be going on with something here with you, and that's the fear. You may have this past energy of a person may still be there who comes and goes into your life, and that's then, I don't know if this is like a past energy that's there where you just buried it, and someone you're not being reliable coming and going into your life, and then subconsciously having sought out the same pattern to look at, or to be in that energy, and then facing it and understanding what is good for you. Facing that fear of allowing people to come into your life, that are to allow reliable people to come into your life, to break the pattern of unreliable people. Alright, it's just an energy that comes here, alright? It doesn't have to be that heavy, it's just got a little bit there for that. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's mistaking passion for love. The magic wand there is being replaced by love, by the way. So it's it's starting to see things clearly, especially when people are ghosting you. It's almost like being honest. It's like being in a therapy session here with my King of Wands here, my therapist. No, it's like being in a therapy session with someone here who lets you talk, as opposed to sitting here, but where you are talking, because that's how therapy works. It's not about someone here telling you who you are. It's about you. It's your words. It's always about your words. I'm not a professional, right? But anyway. It's like, you know, that of coming to a realization that I have found happiness in being with idiots. I found happiness being with idiots, being in toxic relationships where people were running away, because it was easier to deal with how people were running away than to deal with myself running away from my own problems. So it's easier to focus on their issues than to focus on my own issues. I'm just speaking here, right? Jumping into something, being disappointed, and then just look forward again. It's like being repeated pattern. But now there's going to be balance. Now there's being balanced because the tower is falling here. You have had there's an abundance here with you. Oh my God, do you know that when you're like, it's like coming to the realization that everything you were looking for were right in front of you, but you never saw it because you were seeking the impossible. You were seeking out the pain. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not saying that this is, you know, you take what resonate with you, right? It's a very appreciative energy. We've got to be honest with here. It's one of facing the fear, and when the tower falls, it's uncomfortable, but it's also good. And then we have this love coming up here. Be mindful that you don't push away new opportunities for love because you're so focused on the past. Especially because if you have gotten into this, I want to say, almost bad habit of it's only love when it's obsessive. Like it can only be obsession love, which if you're then ghosted or anything and then it comes into obsession, then you may actually might be careful not to push this away, right? It's an opportunity here. I am also seeing for some people have hope not going into an illusion. If it depends on how they're going to deal with some sort of realization coming up here. If people are dealing with it, they want to embrace it, then change can happen. People who push it away will, as a challenge, there may be an opportunity here to get stuck on a fantasy. But you know what? What's underneath it all is actually also the understanding that I get that someone here is coming to the understanding that what I've been searching for has always been right in front of me. I just didn't realize it. Anyway, let's see. Let's move on to Sagittarius. I'm jumpy today. What do we have for the Saggy? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. That's not. Saggy, 1/4. Alright, fuck it. Saggy, 0/6. Alright, Empress and in the reverse there. Alright, yes, that one. Page of Cups in the reverse. when I was shuffling for you, cards were jumpy, I was jumpy, and now the cards are jumpy again. There's a disappointment here. I don't know if someone here is expecting an apology and it's not really coming in. It's like that of having a one-night stand and expecting it to be more, but all it was a one-night stand. It doesn't have to be that, but you know, the energy of that is here. Empress in the reverse underneath as well. Yeah, it's basically of having given of oneself, and all you get are breadcrumbs in the return. I am getting an emotional disappointment, gotta say. On your side, it's like, it's basically, I really, you know, that when you set your hopes up, your heart onto something, and it's just, it's disappointing. There's not a lot to say. Having expected some sort of a bigger commitment from something, and nah. Maybe your heart is not singing for it. Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting for me to just kind of pick up on what is the disappointment about. I feel as though whoever you're connected to, be it a person or a situation, be it a job, that's not bringing you, maybe it's, yeah, whatever it is, right? It's just not, it doesn't have everything. It's not because you're seeking perfection. No, because it's not about money here. It's not about money. It's not about how you can advance. It's something to do with your creativity. It's something to do with having your heart in it. Does it speak to your heart? Does it motivate your heart? Does it make you smile? Right? Be it a person, are you in love with them? They just don't have that cup. The love here, right? The love is just not here. So it's difficult to feel it like that. That's what's missing. It may look good on the surface in terms of like finances and all of that, but that is what I'm getting here on the bottom, underneath here. That's what's leading to this. It's having done what is expected from you, right? When I get into the energies from you, Sachi, I am getting somewhat of a lack mentality. I don't know if it's because you could, I don't know, whatever this here shows up as you, right? Being focused on the stability, being willing to not have your heart fully in it because it brings stability. And you decide there, right? But here again, Sachi, you may have disconnected from an energy that was not good, right? It could have been obsessive, people not telling you everything you needed to know, leaving you in like energies where you could have been feeling insecure, so to say, because you were waiting around and you're not wanting to deal with that anymore. And then you're choosing stability. And then trying to make that work. You get to decide what works for you. You know what? The thing is, whoever you're dealing with here, right? They may not be able to provide that cup, that loving cup, that cup that's right there, right? They may not be able to provide that because it's like they themselves don't have that inner joy right now. Maybe they have lost an opportunity in their work or something that could have felt destined for them and then it fell through. And they're sad. They could be right now in just a mood where they are focused on themselves. So if they don't have the inner joy for themselves right now, even just for a few days, then they can't give it to you. And then that brings the disappointment. So it doesn't mean like it has to be forever. Brings stability, but it's just that the stability is good now. Maybe next week or something, things change here for this person, this situation, and things will balance out again. Right now, disappointment is here. What's coming up in the near future? Not talking about it. Not talking about it, not working on it. If you feel taken for granted, I don't get that you're going to say anything here. But I'll tell you, if this is a long-term commitment, people are standing by each other, supporting each other through thick and through thin, because that's what it's about. It's about supporting each other through thick and through thin, and these are temporary energies. Although on your person's side, it may actually show up a little bit a month, 2 months. Yeah, 3 months, 4 months. Okay, that is a long time. Anyway, well, let's see. We will check in next time. It could also be a job that just doesn't give you what it is your heart wants. I don't know. We will see. Plays out, right, Sanji? Come back later. We will see. What shows up another day. Let's move on to Capricorn. Cabby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's get the Fool. Jumping into something brand new, are we, Cabby? And 6 of Cups underneath the deck. Maybe not so much. Alright, maybe you couldn't say no. Something from your past. Cabby. Alright. You are a sneaky fox, Cabby. Alright, give me a moment here to jump into this. Cabby, last time I did a reading for you, there was something about fear showing up, and it didn't, well, I didn't get that message until your reading was done. The moon here is, for some reason or another, prominent these days on your energies. Don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces, but what I get the most is actually either there's something going on that's hidden from you, but I'm also getting fear, having to face your own fear. Anyway, let's see. You have 7 of Swords in the reverse on your side. Cabby, are you saying no to something here and then you're being very smart about it? Alright, give me a moment. Alright. You're connected to someone here who's taking their time to look at things. In regards to you, they're looking, reevaluating, so to say, you. They're very curious about you, is what I'm getting. They want to see if what you're telling them is true. In the recent past, I am getting a lot of abundance. No, it's more of being judged harshly. Could be a woman here that deems you, you know, when you're being judged by people who judge you from a position of riches, who build themselves up, or they were born into riches or something like that, and they sit and they judge other people because you are not fitting into their image. But I'm also guessing there's just something here that's not really moving in the recent past. And I actually get a decision being made that was, it seems like it was the right decision at the time, but there's been a loss from it. Could be in regards to your finances here, or just not a setback. Let's call it a setback. But it does bring this energy with it where you are being judged or compared to an unflattering energy. Like, it's like, as I said, the people who evaluate you based upon how you fit into a box, like they're used to. I feel as though both of you were challenging each other. I just feel a bad match, gotta be honest with you. Now the energies here are about jumping into something brand new, looking at, I mean, having a new start, but it is brand new, right? It is something you gotta take a leap of faith in it. And I feel as though you're actually saying no to it. I feel there's an energy attached to you. I'm going to see if it's this one over here, who brings an imbalance with them, right? It doesn't feel healthy. And by that I mean people telling you something. They're telling you what you want to hear. Like being given a promise that there's going to be a healthy work-life balance, or there's going to be, things are going to be better, we're going to bring healing. But wanting you to jump into something a bit quicker, like wanting you to, for instance, like reconciling with someone here. That's the past energy, right? But it's not really reconciling, it's just about getting back together. Reconciling is about looking at things in a different way and talking about why did we split up? What led to the situation? How did we end up here? How can we forgive what happened and learn from it, and then reconcile and then move on? That's reconciling. Coming back together is just meeting up again and continuing from the same place, and things tend to fall, crash and burn again, right? Similar like that energy here, where it's just, it didn't pass, there wasn't enough time passed. And there is a hurtness here. And I'm getting just, I don't really get that you're communicating here. If someone here has been deceptive towards you, you know it. You know it. I am seeing a person here who does have this energy where they kind of push people into boxes, but I also get that they are sad, and I really get that something here happened between the two of you. But they are a bit of, I mean, they can be judgmental at times. But now they are looking at you. Why are they studying you? That's almost what I'm getting. Studying you, they want to talk to you, but they're not really doing it. It's almost like they're trying to find a way to talk to you about something, but maybe you don't trust them. That's the weird thing, because it feels like you have a history together, but the energy between the two of you are very, very new. Communication is off. I've got to be honest with you. The communication is off. I don't know how you are connecting with each other in the 3Ds. I really don't. Coming up for you is avoiding the conflict. So feel as though you're going to distance yourself emotionally. There's going to be a tension here, a potential to have an argument. I feel as though you're not going to jump into it. Why is that? It's because you don't want to repeat the past. If someone here comes to offer you something, hold on. Oh, sorry. Alright, Cabby. Sorry. Something interrupted and I have to speak quiet now. Yeah. It's a funny energy here. It's like avoiding the conflict, right? It's about avoiding the conflict, not speaking up. And I feel as though you're moving away from this. And they are looking at ways of how to contact you. And I actually get if they do contact you. Some of you are still together here in the 3D. But they're not being honest with you. And I feel as though you know it. You're avoiding the conflict. And silently you're actually moving away from it without telling them. Here's the fear. The advice is to accept the unknown right now. Accept the unknown, and that there may be things going on that you don't know when it comes to you. But if you're honest with yourself, you would know what it is. It may be happening behind your back, like someone here trying to look at how to almost study you. But you would know. And I feel as though you're deciding not to deal with the conflict, even though you may show up in the 3D. Alright, let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius. Alright, Aquarius. Getting a little bit disrupted here. You have Queen of Swords underneath the deck in the reverse. You're moving forward, despite there being some sort of a disappointment, possibly hurt, but I get that you are a kind soul. Alright, let me lay out the cards here if that's interesting. I'm getting there having been some sort of a disharmony here in the past. Having been around people that don't always align all together here. You see things for what they are. You're very embracing, you are very compassionate. You may have a friend here who's not seeing things clearly right now. Could be that they have been hurt. Right? But even though they may actually be around people who care about them. I get that it's a friend. Could be a mother, of course. Someone who's very kind and loving and caring. But when things are coming towards them right now, they're saying no. There may just be something going on here, right? In their lives. You, sweetheart, without doubt here. You are on the move. Some of you are moving. You are traveling probably. You're letting... See, that's the thing. You may actually... I don't know, I feel as though you may be dealing with someone here who sets up very high boundaries. And you do as well. But when it comes to you, I feel as though you're doing it to protect your own sanity. And that's beautiful. The person you're dealing with is also on the move. They're feeling very victorious. They are seen, they are cared for. There are misunderstandings taking place with them. It's like they don't see that, at least you, I feel as though it's you. It's like they don't see that you see eye to eye with them. I feel that there are small glimpses of someone here not having a high self-esteem. They may be hurt by something here, but they are victorious. They just don't see it. Alright, and that's the hurt here. For some of you, there may actually be a situation going on where someone here is, I want to say let go, but they are being, if it's like free as a crowd, right? There's someone here stands being said that, yeah, free as a crowd. Anyway, when it comes up here, I feel as though you're going to be working. There's something about you where even if people here come your way and they don't respect you, I want to say you're just gonna keep going. I'm not saying you're not going to be respected, but I'm getting a situation where you're very smart. You're going to put in the work in whatever you're doing, but you're going, it's like you're not going to speak about your emotions, right? You're going to keep them to yourself. You're going to keep your knowledge to yourself, especially if you are around with people who think they know better. But you know a lot. You are their equal. I've got to say something that may piss some people off here, but this is an energy I sometimes, it's like that of being a woman. Could be a man, but I'm just speaking about being a woman who's smart, or being surrounded by men who don't like women being smart. Right? And then you are silenced. But you're silenced in a way where you're not devaluing yourself. I feel as though your person may be going through this and you're sitting there, right? But what I wanted to say was, it's like when you are smart and you are a woman. It's not about because you are better than anyone, it's just about knowing things, but you are in an environment typically with men who don't want women to have a voice, right? But so you stay silent, but you don't, it's not because you tell yourself, oh, I'm stupid, I don't know what I'm saying. It's just saying, apparently this is just a fucked up situation we're in, right? It's politically incorrect to say, but it still goes on. The advice here is to get out of the prison, to not allow other people's shit or just bad communication, to not allow the actions of other people and sneakery behavior to get into your head and allow you to stay stuck. Now it could be in regards to your person here, right? Because we do have energies on the table that are slightly, I mean, there could be in somewhere in this reading someone who feels victorious by putting people into their head and making them stressed. That's a typical, for me as a reader, a narcissistic energy. When I see someone feeling victorious, that what they want from other people is for other people to stay in their head, to feel trapped, and they get victory from it. That's a power trip, right? I'm saying that there may be an energy of that in here. Could be in the past, right? And then the advice is to don't let other people's fucked up behavior put you into a mind prison and block your own abundance in that way. Trust your own ability to make firm decisions, that you are smart. Even if people are telling you, you don't know what I know, you're not doing things the way society, or you know, gaslighting. I'm not saying it's happening here, right? But it's just an example of someone here telling you that you don't know anything. You do. There's a difference between being shamed into silence and then choosing to stay silent. I don't know. I'm not picking up on that person being here. I'm just saying that probably would be in the periphery. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Let's move on to Pisces. Pisces. And you get the Fool. What do we have for Pisces? Are you enjoying the nature, Pisces? It would be for you, wouldn't it? Look, I know that. And that sound. Look at the roots of that tree there. Beautiful. Sorry, but I think of these sort of environments, nature. I always Pisces. One Pisces. I think this person would have camped outside in the rain and put up a bed and put lights up there and just enjoyed life. And then there's the rest of us who would go inside. But all right, Pisces, what do we have for you? See, beautiful, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love and patience. All right. There has been some sneaked up behavior probably going on here in the recent past, but it would have been known what was going on here. I feel as though there is a situation where there's growth, where there's unconditional love, but it's also an unconditional love that is learning to set boundaries around themselves. What do I mean by that? To me, at least, unconditional love is a love that says, I love you for who you are, but I'm not going to let you walk all over me. Love is also about setting boundaries and accepting other people's boundaries. Right? Unconditional love is knowing that you can say no to your partner and not be shamed and not be devalued or punished because you are standing in your integrity and your authenticity, and you are saying, I don't feel comfortable with it. Even if they disagree, but they will respect you and validate and recognize your boundaries. That's unconditional love for me. When I look at you here, sorry, I'm being distracted. I feel as though that you may sometimes struggle actually a little bit with speaking about your emotions. But I feel as though you're learning to. You're learning to let go probably of an environment where you were probably not feeling welcome all the time. I hope you can hear me. I'm a little bit silent here. But it's like learning to saying, I don't want to deal with people who play on my emotions. I'm not even picking up on that, I gotta be honest with you. I have to say, I'm also getting somewhat of a spiritual misconfusion. No. Yeah. I'm just getting an energy here about two people who are actually, they are aligned, but someone here has been out of it. Shows up a little bit like you may have had some sort of an experience where someone here could have triggered your emotions, and then it affects behavior when you're not, when we're out of it, right? Shit happens, it's okay. Especially if we have people being dishonest with us. Your person, alright, by the way, Pisces, if you have been playing around here to try and get your person onto your side in a way that's a little bit dishonest, even if you're doing it because you love them unconditional. As I said here again, unconditional love is respecting each other. I feel as though, and setting up boundaries, right, and respecting the boundaries, I feel as though you may, if you have struggled with that, you're coming into the respect here, right? I'm not saying it is you, but there's a potential. Your person, on the other hand, is coming out of the head. Right? No more spell casting if that has been taking place from both here. They're probably focused on work, right? Probably focused on work. They're very smart. I feel as though both of you have a very masculine energy these days. And remember, I'm not talking gender. I'm just talking about wanting to control things. Your person is showing off very rational. Very, very rational, deciding most likely to put effort into work because they don't want to be in their head, they don't want to be in a mind prison. And they are determined to get success in their life. So that is why I got this. If you have been trying to play tricks to make them come your way, the advice is here, do it, be there unconditionally, and set up boundaries and question about what is it that you want in your life, how do you appreciate each other, and then be patient and the energies will flow. Coming up here is fortunately again here I get a con couple. I don't know if there's someone here in your life, there's a con couple, which are people who play, let's say, fake spiritual, right, fake spirituals, let's just say like that, or people who just play other people to get benefits. Doesn't have to be fake spiritual. It can also be like pretending to have a broken arm so you get money from somewhere. Emotions are going to take more effort here. It's going to be more important here coming up. If someone here is going into a melodrama, even if there's unconditional love, someone here is going to walk away. Even if they do care about them. Someone here is walking away from melodrama. They do not want melodrama. They do not, if you Pisces, gotta be honest here. If you have someone here in your life, that con couple, let's say like that, who kind of teaches you tricks, spiritual tricks, to try and get your person to stay, right? Please try and avoid it. Because it means, just an advice, right? Person cannot be spellbound to you. They may even resent you more. Because I get someone here walking away from any kind of emotional drama, of anything like that. Even if there's love. Because they want their freedom respected. So that's here, you know, if there's balance, if there's patience, it will probably come together around autumn time. Even though it sucks. Late summer, autumn. When Saturn returns, something from Jupiter. That sounded smart, didn't it? I mean, hell, it could even take a little bit, you know, I'm not gonna, yeah. I think it's a matter about manifesting with an open heart. It is actually a positive energy. Oh. The advice for you is to look at things with a decent light. No, with a decent light. To balance out emotions and intellect, because you're very smart. To not be... yeah, I really get this. Not to be fooled by emotional murkiness. By people who come in here and play on other people's emotional experiences, and then I want to say make it worse. I'm not saying it's actually taking place with you, but the energy is here, right? I don't know how it plays out. It's about trusting one's own intuition and not letting other people tell you what your intuition is, which is a bit paradox when we are doing tarot here, right? But there's gotta understand there's a difference how we do tarot. Sitting across another person, it's actually a different process. That's why these online here is always like, everything is inspirational, right? But yeah, there's it's always a fine balance. Sorry, I just got into that here. It's always a fine balance, because the advice is here. It's always in the end going to be you who has the full power of your life. Right? Take what resonates, leave behind the rest. I don't know where this couple there shows up. It's just, they may even just be way out there, but the energy is here. Hold on. And now I'm being called. So that is what I have for you. It's a good energy. It's a good energy. Two people really care about each other here. They do. But free will is at play. And whoever you're connected to have a strong free will. Emperor. Oh, Emperor and Empress. So the love has the Empress, the person has the Emperor. No twin flame shit here, right? Sorry. I don't do that. And I didn't pick up on that energy either, so... I picked more up on there being unconditional love. That's far better. So, that's what I have for you. I will see you next time. Take care.